bus. You will go no farther, and from this moment on, you'll be nothing but bones. Yeah. Oh my god, there's bones everywhere. This actually horrified me as a kid because all these skeletons just came out of nowhere. What are they doing? Miraculously groping you hard, trying to get at human flesh to feel its own body, but alas, it cannot, for it is only bone. Ouch, it's no use, Mario. They're all over me, man. What should we do? Resist, Koops, resist. Now this guy will pretty much knock you out of the castle. And if you come in here, they just start falling in and like start swarming you again. But working your way to the other end, you can actually engage in a duel with the Red Bones. But before we do that, we need to switch over to Goombella, of course, because we need to go do some tattling. Bring it on, buddy. Here we go, sub-boss battle here. Let's go do some tattling. So we're gonna tattle Red Bones real quick, just so I don't accidentally kill him with my awesomeness. That's a Red Bones. A little too red, I think. No fashion sense, you know? Goombella? Why are you dissing people? You have a red handkerchief. Man, the most popular characters are in red right now. Have you seen Fate Stay Night? Everyone's freaking out about like the red Sokotoa girl and that red guy whose name is Archer. Who's barely an archer because he's garbage at archering because you don't see him, whatever. Max HP 5, attack is 3, and defense is 1. Unlike your average dull bones, even if you pound it to 0 HPs and it crumbles, it totally might revive, like a zombie. My advice is to get rid of all the dull bones, then attack the red bones. Oh, and one more thing. Once its friends start to fall, it may create some more. Alright, with that, we do have a POW block here, so we can use that in the future. In my case, I'm actually going to defend. Do I? I don't actually have anything very useful because of their 1 point of defense. I actually don't do very much damage, so I'm actually going to defend here. But prepare for the onslaught of damage that we're going to take. Okay. Onslaught of damage. Onslaught of damage! Oh, okay, well, whatever. Close enough. We got like 4 out of 5. Not too big of a deal. Dull Bones, give it a go. Goombella, please don't die on me. That's a Dull Bones. Sort of a skeleton thing. It was a Koopa Troopa once. Max HP is 1, attack is 2, and defense is 1. These creeps throw bones to attack. Oh, and they build reinforcements too. Attacks that can strike multiple dull bones at once are the most effective. So with that being said, jump is not very effective because it does 1 point of damage each time, and the problem with that is that they have 1 point of defense, so not very effective at all. However, we do have the almighty legendary super duper Polygizmo POW block. So let's do this real quick. Give this a real quick action smackaroony. And your friends are dead. Oh, okay, that hurt. We're okay though. And I'm going to have to block that like so. We're going to switch over to Koop since I don't want Goombella to die. And also because Goombella can't do any damage here. I can switch between Power Smash or Piercing Blow. I'm going to go with Piercing Blow since I obviously love the sound effects. And the little cool stars that show up everywhere. Kind of neat. My favorite is the Piercing Blow. It's just satisfying to know that you completely avoid defense. And just make this like lovely regular attack noise against something that normally takes damage. With the Power Smash, it just sounds like you're putting too much effort in. Anyways, we get 19 star points, and we completely wipe these guys out. So get out of here, buddy. Not doing too good here. We only have 1 mushroom. And I am going to put that on... I'm actually woefully unprepared. So hopefully we get a level up or something. I'm not going to use this thing just yet. Although we start dealing with bones everywhere now, so time to get started with that. In this case... this guy's trying to do a bone throw at us, so let's see if we can do the switch in time. And like that, we avoid damage completely. Very effective. I'm actually going to... No, I don't want to use this here. Do I? Do I? I guess I have to. I want that point of FP in order to actually destroy all of these guys. I originally wanted Goombella out in order to get the Heelys, but I think it's worth it to actually just have Koops out, so I can immediately switch over to an attack. We'll worry about Goombella's well-being later. We can obviously get some items in the future, so not too big of a worry. Here to primarily focus on FP and HP for Mario, but unfortunately we get none of that because I hit 2 poison mushrooms. Not too bad of a restoration though. Finally got a chance to use the sweet treat, so not too big of a deal. Switch on over to our power shell, or whatever you call this thing. Koops can do a little like break dance every time you do one of his actions, so that's actually pretty neat. We do want to fight as many of these dry bones as we can, considering these guys give some pretty good start points at the moment. And I don't actually want to switch to Goombella for the first little bit of this fight in the castle, because she can't do too much against defense guys, so we'll just leave her in the reserves for now. Until we find a new enemy or something, of course. And with these attacks, we should be able to kill these guys without the use of any abilities. So we are going to do just that. Bring it on, Dry Bones. I have no fear for you. Obviously, once again, if you have a bit of trouble dealing with these guys, you can obviously use your, like, defense commands. Although I don't believe you can actually do damage against them since they're ranged enemies. Not too big of a deal though, because we're halfway through our level up, and what I do plan on leveling up is another set of regular badge points, and then putting that on health points, since I don't really need to worry about health and stuff at the moment. For here, we need to smack this thing down, I believe, and that way we can climb on up here and destroy this block. And then, I believe the purple one gives you a little special thingamabob, so we're actually going to use the purple one first in order to move way up to wherever we go, which is apparently this little area here that contains a star piece. Not bad. I actually said it properly too. That's a little bit of an achievement. I am so happy. I'm gonna put one right here, and I believe if we decide to put Koops on the other end, he will just smack into the wall and be completely ineffective. But here we go. Smash this up. And I believe we're supposed to do some jumps here. No, not yet. Okay, well, I'm gonna play around a little bit, because we actually can jump that. It's a little bit of a difficult jump, but I don't feel like doing what the game actually expects me to do, which may actually just be using Koops. So we'll try using Koops, just real quick. Yeah, I don't think Koops is gonna reach that. No. I'm gonna keep trying. I'm gonna keep trying. I'm gonna draw this episode's length out, because I know absolutely for a fact that Mario can actually just run and jump over that. It's a very small chance, considering it's you actually have to be at the last pixel of everything, really. But it saves you time, since you don't have to do any silly stuff. By climbing all the way here, it's actually kind of ineffective, but going up here has its perks, because we can now hit this red switch thing. Give that a go, and with that we'll be able to do a quick paper flop, a little slow, a little glitchy, but we'll be able to flip over and use the staircase over here, which allows us to grab a castle key. So let's switch this over back and start moving forward. Not too bad. All of these puzzles, which would have puzzled me greatly as a kid, the Raylazor, will no longer, for I am Biggie Raylazor and doing pretty good. I'm not Biggie Small Raylazor though, because then I would be a rapper, and that would be pretty wicked cool, brah. Don't you know? I am the Swag Lord, and by saying all of that, I have forfeited my entire channel. I will be promptly sued by everyone for ruining their ears, and I apologize. I'm going to quit my channel, cry in a corner, and everything else. Not really. I'm joking. Please don't try to siege my channel. I worked hard on it. An entire year, actually, but not really. We're going to just do a quick jump on these guys, knock them down so Koops can start picking at them. And we'll have Koops pick at them. There we go. I'm very bad at Koops' stylish commands, but we have another fully charged residue pile. And because we're dealing with Koopas, I'm actually just going to switch Goombella back out and use that star point. Or store dot, I don't know what it is. Star point, we'll go with that, to use some more Sweet Treat and hopefully heal up Goombella, since she's not doing too good. And because of this, it eliminates quite a few of the regular healing items that you would want. And sorry if I stopped talking halfway through, because just trying to not hit any mushrooms. Usually you want to see a good set fall down before you start smacking randomly, or you hit one like that. I don't actually control the crosshair. That thing moves at its own random pace, and I have to flick this thing to the left each time to fire a shot. Hopefully Goombella will be able to retain her health with these lovely commands, and she does, so we don't have to see her start panting randomly. Unless that's your sort of thing. If that is, then I recommend you try out Rule 34. I'm not gonna bother with a hammer since I want to knock this guy down and stop him from doing any damage to me. So I don't want to drag this on for a little too long. And we're gonna hopefully finish this Koopa off, and we do. With that, we get 5 star points, 2 stars line up in the slot machine of doom, which I don't feel like doing, even if it means only good for me. With that, collect some coins, some dry bones here that I don't want to deal with, but I will. Bring it on, nerd. No, you can't really call you a nerd, there's no brains in there. Is it a prerequisite to have brains in order to be a nerd? I'm not too sure about that. It's like, I like seeing life as setting up a bunch of classes. Like, by choosing a lawyer, you need negative 500 karma and some extra intelligence points. I hit the bad enemy, I believe. It's no big deal, I'll take out this Goomba myself. If the Goomba smacks Koops, he can actually get felled over like regular Koopa Troopas, which makes him very weak considering he loses his point of defense and you lose a turn. Which means Mario has to do the partner swap, and I believe if you swap him out, he's actually still upside down for the turn, so it's very annoying to deal with Koops in that regard, but he's still a pretty good enemy partner thing nonetheless. I could go outside and do some things, but I'm not going to do that just yet. Instead, we're going to move over here, smack this thing, and level up the gate, I guess, words, and I think you know exactly what this thing means. Let's use Goombella to talk about this a little bit. These are the dungeons of Hooktail Castle. I don't think they're in use, but yuck. Hey, you know, I was meaning to ask, have you mastered Koops' hold move yet? When Koops is with you, just press and hold X to make his shell stop ahead of you. You can even move around while it stays there. Try it out in different areas. Well, Goombella, shush real quick. We gotta talk to a box. What the heck? Hey, guests, it's been a long time since anyone came here. A real long time. I'm gonna regret this voice once the tutorial hits him because you know exactly what he's gonna do. Huh? You heard me? Wow. Wait a sec. If you can hear my voice, you must be some legendary hero or something. Do you guys all get the exact same manuscript or something? Or not? To be honest, I'm sure anyone with ears can hear me. But it sure is fun singing people with that whole legendary hero bit. Oh, that's kind of rude. But hey, seriously folks, I was wondering if you could let me off this chest. I've been locked in here so long it's starting to cramp up like you wouldn't believe. All you have to do is find the keys and let me out. Easy. Huh? What do you mean? You think you'll be cursed if you open this box? Ridiculous. Who would do that, really? Wait in a box and curse folks. That's a real slime ball, that's who. But I'm not a real slime ball, and I wouldn't do no such thing. But that should be obvious. Oh, Mario. Look, if you help me out, maybe I'll help you out. You know, although I scratch your back, you scratch mine, except in reverse order. Of course, you don't have to do it if you really don't want to, like finding a key is hard. I think Mario, when he was pondering that, was rather thinking about whether the curse would be good or not. Now, with this, I do need to talk about a lovely thing over here. This little crackaroonie is going to be important in the future. I hope you memorize the floor tiles. I don't. By opening this key thing, we suddenly launch spikes everywhere. Mario, look at that. Ah, yeah. Beautiful. Ooh, this isn't good. Hurry, run for it. An interesting thing is that as a kid, I actually went through every single wrong route in here, because this thing gives you an absurd amount of time in order to complete it properly and to succeed it. Like,